It's not looking good for Jonathan Majors as more victims, alleged victims of his abuse victims, come forward and begin cooperating with the district attorney's office. So there's two updates to give on this because this dropped late last night. Obviously, 3 o'clock for you guys is not late for me, but for me, it is pretty late. So let's dive into this. Hit subscribe if you're new here, please do, and check out the rest of the content. Just as an FYI, if I sound a bit weird, I have a blown power supply unit in my PC. So I'm on a laptop and still trying to make content for you. So I do apologise, but that's also another reason why content's not been particularly great the last few days, and hence why I'm delayed on this. So thanks, power supplies, I guess. Anyway, Jonathan Majors, the fact that this is being reported on Variety is a pretty key thing here. I mean, they've got the exclusive. They're happy to report on it. It's, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're the be all and end all. Of course not. But there are more and more. There's more and more people coming forward, and the mainstream media, is happier to comment on it. It doesn't sound good for Jonathan Majors. Now, of course, it is still innocent until proven guilty. Of course. And people like to often draw the comparison to Johnny Depp. There was not more people. No one else came forward outside of Amber Heard. In fact, everyone came forward to discredit Amber Heard. So this doesn't sound good. It's not looking good. But let's dive into it, like I said. So Jonathan Majors will be appearing in court May 8th. This is another reason why I think Marvel will probably bin him off, and that's because it's out. He appears in court May 8th. It's literally 5 days after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been released. It's not good. I don't think they'll comment on anything. I think they'll just quietly bin him off. Now, again, whether that's good or bad is dependent on where you sit on this, I guess. But let's say, like I said, so sources familiar with the matter tell Variety that there's multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors coming forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan DA's office. So it's it's unfortunate. And I say this is unfortunate. And people always seem confused with why I say this. Because it's never nice that someone's an abuser, obviously. And it's never nice that, regardless whether people are lying or whether someone is an abuser, none of this situation's good. I don't take any enjoyment out of this situation. This is horrible. But the prospect of more women waiting in the wings would mark a dramatic turn in the case and comes on the heels of Majors' publicists and management firm cutting ties with Jonathan Majors. Now, that's important as well. His PR firm has been demolished, and his PR firm's been really good. You've seen this guy come out of nowhere. He's come out of absolute nowhere, and boom, there you go, hit the ground running. You guys know who he is. His PR firm is fantastic. His management firm is fantastic. And they've binned him off. They're done. And I did a report on that, and I said, look, it's a form of Hollywood blacklisting, and it is. Because if they're happy just to cut ties straight away, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, and generally speaking, from there, it doesn't get better. Generally speaking, from there, what happens from there is it just straight up Hollywood bins someone off completely. And again, loads of people like to draw the comparison of Ezra Miller. I'm not saying either studio is correct in how they're handling any of this, but Disney are no stranger to just binning people off straight away. So the district attorney has declined to comment, and we also had a statement from Jonathan Majors' attorney, Priya Chowdhury. So she said, Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. We have provided irrefutable evidence to the district attorney that the charges are false. We are confident that he will be fully exonerated. Now, this is interesting because the irrefutable evidence, I don't know what that could possibly be, because there's so many different reports on where this entire situation took place. It happened in a taxi. It happened in an apartment building. It happened... who knows where this literally happened. And initially, Priya Chowdhury, his attorney, was 100% confident They had video evidence. We have video evidence was the statement essentially made. And then a few days later, it was, we hope that the video, we hope there's a video. It's like, okay, so do you have it or not? What's going on here? But the issue is, with this entire situation, is you have the district attorney, overly political position. They look to move up the ranks. That's what they do. And this district attorney has been called many names under the sun. And it's interesting because people that claim this is a racially biased or racially motivated situation are now calling, so they're claiming racism, but whilst also calling the district attorney an Uncle Tom, whilst being racist themselves. I mean, it's disgusting. I would not dream of calling anyone that. That's just utterly ridiculous. And what has been revealed, the situation that was revealed, was not good. We didn't have good stuff. We had text messages revealed, which, it didn't actually paint Majors as a victim. Variety claims it here. Now, this is interesting. Chowdhury, his attorney, her husband, Andrew Burke, is Major's crisis publicist. So there's a huge vested interest in this, but they doubled down saying that Majors was a victim when he released their series of text messages. Now, those text messages didn't look particularly great for Jonathan Majors at all. I mean, the woman was saying, they had to arrest you because they saw my injuries and knew we had a fight. I shouldn't have tried to grab your phone, basically. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean you get in a fight because someone's grabbed, because your partner's grabbed your phone. I mean, you don't need to beat someone, do you, for goodness sake? Like what'd you do? Literally here, they said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I mean, it's amazing that Variety doesn't point out that actually looks horrendous. Because it does. I told them it was my fault for grabbing your phone. Oh, it's my fault for grabbing your phone that you punched me in the face, or allegedly, whatever happened. I mean, that's not. That doesn't work. What is going on? Oh dear, oh dear. And then there was other text messages that says, "I know you have the best of the team and nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can my end." I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the 9/11 call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry is my partner due to our communication prior. But for many who are in business with Majors, the text messages had the opposite effect and raised more questions than they answered, namely why the woman had lost consciousness. Well, yeah. And then you had someone working with Majors on an upcoming project said, it read like a bad Lifetime movie. They basically look like the text messages of a textbook abused woman. That's what I said. And that's someone who's literally working with Jonathan Majors on an upcoming project. It doesn't look good. It's fascinating that people think that looks good, that those text messages look good. Now, anyway, Disney, interestingly, they're declining to comment on anything, which makes sense. Why would they? Majors stepping down from the board of the Gotham Film and Media Institute and his work with the Sidney Poitier Initiative. So he's done there. Publicists have binned him off. His management firm's binned him off. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah. Interesting stuff. But, I'd love to hear what you think. There was an insider as well that commented on this to Variety and says, I think the truth is everyone is waiting to see what Marvel will do. It doesn't mean everyone will do the same, but that's what people are looking to, which is true. But he's been binned off anyway. He's been binned off by many people. So let me know what you think of this down below. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Cheers, guys.